So yeah, this evening, Jan and I thought that talking about control systems would be a really good
Yeah.
thing to chat about because we've both had very recent experiences with control systems not working, perhaps the way that the designers had intended. Okay.
Yeah, so I picked up Gotham Knights, which I'm actually really enjoying, much more so than I thought it would. Much more so than any of the Arkham games. I mean, I like the Arkham games, fine. But this one's really compelling. It's the first open world game where we're actually seriously considering hunting down some of these collectibles. Um, there's a
Hmm.
couple of things that I'm having issues with. One is the stability. I mean, it's got some bugs anyway, and I'm running it through Proton so I can play it on Linux. So I'm kind of asking for trouble.
You should try
Don't.
Windows.
I've got a window, I've just closed it. But the other one is somehow the controls feel sluggish. And they're not sluggish, but they feel it. And I kind of want to figure out why, because that's a really interesting problem to have in a game
Mm.
where your controls are actually really tightly done, but your character seems to die a lot because they're not doing what you want them to do. What have you been playing, Mikey?
Well, I will go back to I can't remember. I want to say Forest. It's not Forest. Because there's a game called
Yes.
Into the Forest that I keep thinking that it's the same thing. So I'm going to bring up,
Oh no, those are different things.
yeah, completely
Meanwhile,
different.
hello Roderick, hello Mindstammer, hello Todd, and hello Gerard, and hello Mikey.
Hello. So great. I think everybody can hear us, which is
I hope
good.
so. If
The
you can't
Long
hear me,
Dark
please raise your hand in the reel.
in the real. Is that like the real world?
Yeah, not in chat,
You've got like
just
the
like wherever you're
upside
watching
down and you've
this.
got the real.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was the Long Dark. I must have mentioned it. I think a couple
Oh,
of
that's a
months
very
ago.
different game. Yeah.
Yeah. I don't know why I think they're the same. Perhaps there's an axe in both of
They're
them or
not.
something simple like that. But it's been blatantly set up. Well, okay, I'm projecting here, but I think it's been set up by a. It's been designed for a console controller, and whoever's designed the control scheme has never played anything that's a first person. So whilst WAS
Really?
and D go backwards and do that bit, all of the rest of the controls are different.
Yep.
And it took me
And
quite a while. I was dying lots because of it.
and I want to say hello to okay, now my Portuguese is pretty close to non-existent. So I don't know. I believe it's Jorge. It might be Georgie. Jorge. I apologize. I do English and French and a little Japanese. I don't really do Portuguese. But hello to all of you with that name.
And I don't do other languages, and so if I need to, I refer to Jan. Even
Oh,
if he
by
can't
hand.
help,
That's
I still
that's a
refer to that.
yes. It's his fault. So yeah,
Well,
I was playing. Go on.
I was going to say we've all been there when we've been playing a game, and some of it's because you're still learning the game, especially if it's a quick action game where you've got to block just at the right time. And it's not like the enemy's going, oh, and then you can block just at the right time. Some games are really fast and frantic. One game that was very interesting that I played recently, something Hellblade. Suina Hellblade, something along those lines. I didn't realize it was based in like Vikings, and so it was really interesting with the playthrough, all the scenery and everything, and the story that went along with it. But that was very interesting because the actual it was like a two two different genres melded together. You had the puzzle side; you had to figure out how to align objects or do something like that in the world, and then you had like the combat side, and they were distinctly two different systems. But when you were playing the combat side,
Yeah.
the quick time events that you had no, sorry, they weren't quick time events. That's when you get A, B, X, Y on the screen or whatever. But
I,
um
I have words to say about quick time events, but yes,
but yeah,
it's
if you
four
block, you would
persons
block
rhythm
everything.
game.
If you block at the right time, you can parry, which is a common thing in those type of games, and then they're sort of staggered so you can hit them. But it was very interesting that the all the controls were very fluid and responsive. And I think you were saying with Arkham Knight, when you dodge, not Arkham Knight, Arkham people.
Gotham Knights.
Yeah.
Yeah, if you press dodge, It's instant. No matter what you're doing, you can be halfway to completing a slow, heavy move or whatever. Your character will just get out of the way. So it is very responsive. I think part of it is when your character turns, they actually animate the turn. So if you're facing that way, you have to wait for the skeleton to finish the animation. And if you want to interact with anything, both the character and the camera have to be facing the right place and close enough.
I
So
mean,
what that means is Batman's left some caches around for you to find. You go up to one. You go to press A to open it.
Hmm.
You're slightly off center. You're facing the wrong way. That's fine. I can turn. You turn and you turn around the thing and press it again, and you're facing the wrong way. And it's like, how are you an elite vigilante with amazing physical prowess when you can't turn?
no.
And there's been a few times where I've died because my character decides he's not going to do what he wants, what he's supposed to do. He's going to run to the corner.
And hide. You can't see
Yeah,
me.
or you're surrounded by people who are aiming guns at you. Instead of throwing a projectile at any one of them, he's going to throw the projectile at the explosive barrel next to him.
That'll
So-
show him.
But it's interesting because I think it's that turn and the fact that you have to be